is to unstrap this pallet. Try and come in here. Oh. I think we are going to have to unhook that one too. Alright, so we got that pallet down. What we're going to do is go ahead and fix this where it's
It's still not straight.
alrighty. So if we could actually lean out the door, we could look at this without having to get out the tractor, but because we can't lean out the door and actually look like you would in real life, see what I mean by that? It's hard to get that thing straight. Now, so in case you are wondering, I don't know how everybody runs one of these, but the way I run it is if I'm going to be pushing it to the wall on my left, which I usually do because I'm left-handed, what I do is I'll push the pallet or slide the forklift forks all the way to the right. That way whenever I go to line it up, I can easily just kind of come in here, drop it down on it. Well, hold on a second, we got something going on here. So what we'll do is we're going to try and kind of like come back in here.
The bottom pallets pushed.
So this is where we might have to go third person. See how it just is so difficult to get it to go back the way it's supposed to be. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of give it like this little push. One more little push. Back up, we'll hop out and look. So,
They're all gonna fall off when you put them up there if you ain't careful. Cause the bottom one is.
what we'll have to do is, since it's not working because it's glitchy as hell.
Unlock the door, kid. Now. Like.
We will just stack all four of them on top of each other. Alright, so let me get back to, once we get this done, I'll kind of show you exactly what I was trying to get at a minute ago. Alright, so.
I ain't seen your kid. Who's gonna freaking let your dog chew this up? Who's just laying in there?
Alright, so that part's done.
Chloe.
Alright, so we got all four pallets. We lean it back just a smidge. So as I was saying earlier, if you're loading it and you're trying to load it kind of into a corner where there's a wall on one side, always go to the opposite side. So like for instance, this wall is on the left side, so we went all the way to the right with the forks. The reason I do that is so that whenever I get in here and I line up, alright, so we slide it all the way to the side. You see how that worked? Just kind of perfectly.
Yes, I see how it works. You hit some buttons and it works. Real good like.
Slide out nice and slow. I don't know how that happened.
Bloop, bloop. Holy shit. All those off of there.
From on the ground.
It's gonna be thick on top of your tractor. Oh wait, go get your tractor and hook your crane, your winch to it.
So what we're probably gonna have to do, I really don't know how that happened, y'all, because they were working perfectly fine right there before. Yeah, I'm gonna try and hook my winch to the tractor and see if maybe that'll help. We're probably gonna have to do like we did with them other ones where we, see what I'm saying? If you go all the way to one side, it gives you room to kind of like adjust.
I don't know what made that shit fall.
Yeah, I don't know what made it fall either. It was, alright, I think we got it pretty decently lined up now. What are you looking for?
I'm gonna try to put that shit up.
Alright, y'all. So in order to get that one off the top, we're gonna
You
try
hook our
and
shoes up too, honey.
hook it to this winch. I don't know if we're going to turn the tractor on. So the winch won't hook up to it.
You're pushing it off with it though.
But we use it to push it off. That's a good sign. Now we're just going to have to kind of like, yeah, there we go. Well,
Wonder if you could have got up there and done it just yourself.
I tried. Well, I didn't try actually pushing it off. I might could have, I don't know, but either way, we got it off with the winch.
Right.
I don't know how cheaty that was, but y'all, I actually intended to use the winch, but I guess the winch only hooks the trees, which I think is kind of dumb. I wonder if it would hook to cars.
I don't know what made it cock up like that.
Wrong button. Alright, so see, we need to come back. Alright, now let's try and push it in there. Just make sure, see what's kind of going on here, just to kind of keep an eye on it. I think if we kind of like went down further, maybe. I think what's going on is it's hitting that pallet on the top. And for whatever reason, it's not wanting to push that pallet like it should.
You got it on there more than it's been on there so far. Now.
Alright, so what we're going to do is kind of like wiggle this down.
I expect that bitch on there.
Alright, I think we got it. You. We did it.
Got it. Finally. Did you stop recording?
I stopped and then restarted. Alright, y'all. We have officially loaded the pallet trailer. Well, let's go drop the winch first. So we have 7,000 wood beams, 7,000 planks, and 7,000 long planks. Headed to the farmer's market with it.
Is that liters or the number of the wood planks?
Liters.
Huh?
Liters.
Okay. So you got 21,000 liters of wood.
Yep, 21,000 liters of wood.
Are they all a different price or?
I believe they're all different price. I'm not exactly sure.
Well, I think I was just driving and you hit that other button to do whatever and it just went with it.
Probably. I didn't come to a complete stop.
So one of them's gonna be almost $21,000. What?
Oh, big boy, you can do it. Come on, almost got it. Damn.
The do's and don'ts.
So y'all, just make sure whenever they're stacked this high, you watch what you're doing and take your time.
That's definitely a don't get her done button moment.
All right, well,
What if you unhook your trailer and go around to it and push it over?
let's see if we can do that. See if we can push the thing over. I don't know if this is going to work, but we will give it a try. It looks like it's going to try to tip over on its own. All right, we got it, y'all. Now return back to.
That's another reason I hate them stupid ass wagons, because they tip easy. They do that in real life.
See, another reason why that design is trash. Whoever did that must have been a German. That's German engineering at its finest. Alright, I'll take our time getting up this hill so we don't tip it again. Because I have a feeling we got lucky that time. I thought we were about to go and get the forklift and drive 11 miles all the way over here. Just to sell some dang planks.
You should have stopped at the store and bought it a Red Bull.
Yeah, we could have bought it a Red Bull. It would have gave it wings. Then the forklift would have flew all the way over here. $7,000, $15,000, and what does that say? 20,000, I think it was.
20,865.
Alrighty, so now we can head back
Now
to
what
the
you gonna spend
farm.
your money on?
We are at $42,000, y'all. Now, when we're using the implements and all, we're probably going to have to do that third person too, just so we can see where the tools are actually marking at.
Rock in the road.
I think we might have hit that rock, y'all, earlier. That's probably what caused us to flip. If y'all see us hit a rock on the 2 trip, leave a comment and let us know.
Yeah, still recording.
Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start by checking how much wood we have left in our sawmill. Oh wow, we actually still have 104,000 liters. I don't know what is going on tonight, but my vision is like blurry. Alright, so earlier whenever I told y'all when we got back to the farm, I would show y'all exactly, what kind of wood cutting I got done off screen. I cut a bunch up through here. Came up through here.
With a bunch of your stumps high, didn't you, so you could find them, didn't you?
Yeah, we let the stumps high so they were easier to find and cut back down. And I got a bunch up through here. And that was it. That's what we got done. So what we're going to do now is get back onto some more trees. Get some of them moved out of here. Leave a comment if y'all would prefer to see me cut all these trees down. And next time I'll make sure, or for furthermore, I'll make sure that I leave that on camera. I just figured it, y'all might get bored watching me do nothing but cut a bunch of trees down and take them to the sawmill 2 feet down the road. Do you know that we're gonna have to get us a stump grinder before too much longer? Just so y'all know, I do not like any of the base game stump grinders. They had one on FS22 that looked like, the forestry mulchers, but it wouldn't create a field. And that's the ones I like. I don't really like to be creating a field while I'm just trying to clear out stumps.
I wonder if that'd work on rock.
What?
That one that you had the other night.
I don't think so.
But ground everything else up.
I don't know why in the world this dang thing does not want to do what it's supposed to. Probably because that big tree right there. I will say the only downside that I found in leaving the stump so large is that sometimes it can get a little difficult to remove these trees out of here, so we might have to get a stump grinder a little bit earlier than planned. Probably should have ran some tests on the leaving the stumps to the side too, because something else that concerns me is being able to easily remove the stumps. They'll be easy to find, no doubt, but I wonder if we're going to end up running into an issue where the stump grinder or mulcher has a little bit more issues grinding them up. I think we're gonna cut down 4 more trees and call it a night. I think this will be number 4. So that's something else Giants needs to fix about this game is that the grapple gets stuck in the ground. And when it does, it's almost like it literally gets stuck in the ground too, because when it does that sticky stuff where it goes into the ground, it'll actually make it to where it's like you can't pull it back out of the ground. Alright, so that's our 4 trees. Let's see if we can pull these. They're probably stuck on something like usual. See, that's the downside to leaving the stump so big. So that the trees get stuck on them. Yeah, I might end up finding a gonna definitely have to do some looking and seeing if we can find another pallet trailer. Alright, well, I hope y'all liked the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.